Today we wrap up the fall season of the Elon Phoenix Weekly. We have a special show in store for you, so don't go anywhere. Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Elon Phoenix Weekly. I'm Greg Brzezinski.
And I'm Cabby Borders. This is your ESPN2 local sports break.
Every Saturday this fall, we have brought you inside the world of Elon athletics, following the fall season of your favorite coaches, teams, and athletes.
Today, we take a look back at some of the most compelling stories featured over the last 8 weeks.
To kick things off, we head over to volleyball. Senior Caroline Lemke has wrapped up a fine career as an outside hitter and middle blocker for the Phoenix, but has brought more than just her volleyball skills to the court.
This Elon athlete does more than work hard for her sport. Senior captain Caroline Lemke is valued greatly by her teammates and her coaches for her determination on and off the court.
So for a volleyball player, we have to be constantly looking ahead. What's our future going to hold? And Caroline, is a perfect example of someone who's forward thinking, and has a plan about her life and wants to be successful in everything she does, not just volleyball, not just school, but her future career. So it's great to see someone like that as a role model for the girls.
Alongside her spot on second team all-conference, Lemke has made the academic all-conference team, the SoCon academic honor roll, as well as several other awards. But to top it off,
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
She sings the national anthem before each home game.
Her first match, I was actually really nervous because I was afraid maybe she wouldn't know the words or she would be nervous. Going into your first home match your freshman year and being a starter and having to sing the national anthem, to me is a scary thing, but to her it was just so natural and she just looked forward to it and she did a great job.
I'm pretty sure everyone on the team absolutely loves it. I know it's definitely a different feeling when we get to hear her sing the national anthem as opposed to, when we're at other gyms and, they have their people singing it or they're just playing a recording. It just makes the whole experience that much more special. And it's definitely, I think, something that will be missed with her graduating.
I'm probably not the most focused person, but that's why I think I'm good at these things, because I'm all over the place and I'm high energy and I want to be involved in everything. So, I guess I have pretty good time management skills.
Lemke was heavily involved with music and theater before she found her other passion, volleyball. But she says singing the national anthem throughout her volleyball career in high school as well as at Elon is her way of keeping her foot in music.
Growing up, I did plays. I was in some traveling theater troupes and stuff. So I was always involved in music and theater. And then as I got older, I found volleyball and loved it. And there just came a point where you can't do everything. And so singing kind of took a back seat.
The first thing you notice about Caroline playing with her and even just watching is she's very energetic. She brings a lot of positive energy to the court, and not just in a competitive sense of, hey, I want to win this, let's go, but also in a, I'm going to support you, I'm your teammate, we're going to get through this together. And it's really fun to play with someone like that.
Okay, right here, first match at home. Let's first in it right here. Let's do the ball.
Caroline is just full of energy. She's happy every time you look at her. She's smiling, and she's just a fun person to be around. When she graduates, I'm definitely going to miss her.
Whether it's on the practice court or in the laundry room, student managers support the athletes and coaches throughout their season, serving as a valuable asset to the team. Head manager Paul Flieger has done this and more in his 3 years working with the men's basketball team.
Hi, my name is Paul Flieger, and I'm the head manager for the Elon men's basketball team. We have the best staff in the country as far as managers goes. We have 5 new guys and girls who are learning about what it takes to be a manager here at Elon, and they're learning quick.
Now in his 3rd season, Flieger is the veteran among the managers.
My freshman year, we only had 4 managers, and 3 of them quit. And then last year, we only had 1 other manager, so 2 total. Luckily, she stayed on staff. I know our staff, our managers here, are always ready, always willing to answer the call.
And yes, that includes doing laundry.
So this is the laundry room for all the athletic teams. Keep it labeled so people know it's our stuff. You just gotta make sure it's ready and clean for them the next day. That can turn a lot of people off, and especially after such a long season, working from the end of August all the way through hopefully the middle of April. And it's a lot of work. We practice 6 or 7 days a week for a couple hours a day, and anytime a player falls down on the court, there leaves a huge wet streak all across the floor, and can't have our players stepping in it, slipping all over and risking injury. So every time someone falls, it's up to us to run out there, wipe up the floor real quick right before the next play. And normally coach is on us to get out there, get it cleaned up so that we can move on to the next play and keep practice rolling.
Being a manager is tough work, but getting the job was no sweat.
Well, Coach Matheny and I go way back. I've known Coach Matheny since I was 3 years old, living in Davidson, North Carolina. And when I came here my freshman year, it was also his first year, so I just shot him an email and got the position to be a manager for the team. It's kind of cool to be able to be on such a personal relationship with Coach.
A lot of people don't know this, but Paul is preseason All-American in his role, and he's as good as there is in the country.
The Phoenix players have done their part to make Flieger feel welcome.
They've been very appreciative of everything we as managers have done. I know last year, just having 2 managers on staff, it got to be a lot of work, and by the end of the season, I feel like I was a little bit worn down. And it was good to know that the players would come up to me after practice, after games and stuff, and just say thanks, even just the slightest little thing, whether coach told them to or not. I know that they are appreciative of everything I do and everything we do as managers for the team. I've definitely become good friends with a lot of the guys. The guys that go, I still keep in touch with: Daniel Watts, Adam Constantine, Chris Long. It's a long job. It's a lot of long hours, hard work, and it's not the most glorious position, but it is rewarding in the long run when you get to be a part of this team, part of this family that Coach Matheny talks about.
This season, our producers got the unique opportunity to cover a football game at Rhodes Stadium like you have never seen before. Join us as we take a behind-the-scenes look at what goes into pulling off a successful Phoenix football experience.
Prep for the stadium for a football game actually starts the week of the game. Our environmental services crew will come through a few days prior, and they will make sure the stands and everything are clean. They'll make sure the boxes and the 3rd floor where our press are, they're all clean and prepared. So really preparation starts early. As far as I'm concerned, I'll usually start the Monday of the game, going through and just looking at the stadium, make sure there's no final physical plant work order things that we need to take care of, things that need to be fixed or things that need to be cleaned or things like that before the game day.
The main thing I have to do is I create a timeline during the week, and that includes all the marketing pieces. We have a third-party rights holder, IMG, so we have all the sponsorship obligations that we have to fulfill during the game. And then we obviously have the game itself, so making sure that we stay on a timeline, that we get everything done, and that we don't interfere. The last thing we want to do is actually interfere with the game or the game atmosphere, so we're there to enhance it. So making sure that we're doing that, we're playing music at appropriate times, and we're putting stuff on the scoreboard that's going to enhance the fan atmosphere instead of take away from it.
After the week of preparation, game day arrives, and it's time to fill up the stadium.
A typical day, we meet at Skids across the street, have breakfast, and that's where all of us with operations and marketing and tickets, we all get together and go over the whole day game plan. So start that about 9 o'clock, and then we go to the field, get everything set up, open the tailgating areas, make sure they're all running, then focus inside the stadium, make sure everything's set up there. The next thing you know, the team's on the field, we kick off, and we go from there.
My day consists of, when I get here, I'll start with just unlocking everything, turning on all the lights and the scoreboards and the video boards and everything to make sure everything's working. And then I just go through my laundry list of things to do throughout the day. We meet with the officials pregame, and they'll go over everything just to make sure everybody's on the same page as far as the procedures through the game. I usually go over our game timeline with them just to alert them of anything special we have going on in the game, let them know where I am or where somebody will be if they need assistance throughout the game, and just to make sure that we're all on the same page and everything is taken care of.
Before long, it's time for the game to begin.
All right, so now what we're going to do, we've done the lineups, we're going to do a sideline report with Cabby, then we're going to do a video commercial that's on the system, and then we're going to do a live game ball presentation on the field. As soon as that's done, then we got to run down there, tell the team when they're supposed to take the field. So the next 3 or 4 minutes should be kind of good.
The best part about the job is that I get to tell the team when to come on the field. So by the time we actually get to the team taking the field, 90% of my job is done. All I have after that is just fulfilling a couple little things and then making sure halftime goes. But I'm a football fan at heart, and I love watching the team take the field. I know as soon as they take the field, then it's kickoff, and then I can actually sit back, relax, and watch a little bit of it, and being on the sidelines is a great view. I
don't do a lot of watching the game. As I'm walking around the stadium, I do get to see bits and pieces here, but during the game, I have a variety of things I do. I try to keep an eye on the game itself, is make sure the officials don't need anything. If I'm not actually on the field myself, I'll have one of my students on the field. That way, if anything were to come up during the game the officials need assistance with, or our team or the visiting team, I'll have somebody down there that can radio to me and we can get that solved. If there's any clock, scoreboard issues, play clock issues, things like that, we all take care of that. But yeah, for the most part during the game, I'm walking around the stadium, just keep my eyes open and handling any little issues that we have here or there.
But in the end, it's the excitement of the games and the joy of the crowd that keeps them coming back week after week.
At the end of the day, when you look up and you see the crowd and you see the fans get excited and the team runs on the field, it makes it all worthwhile. So that's how we all feel about it. So we don't mind coming in at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning, even though we're not going to kick off till 3.
Throughout the fall, Elon Athletics had the unique opportunity to team up with Little Pink Houses of Hope, a nonprofit organization aimed to help breast cancer patients and their families. In October, the charity joined Zeta Tau Alpha sorority and the Phoenix to throw football's first ever Pink Out.
Well, basically, Janine with Little Pink Houses of Hope came and met with us in the spring and said that she has seen some stuff on TV, some breast cancer awareness events that have taken place other places. And they're a new nonprofit and they're local.
My name is Janine Patton-Coble and I'm the founder of Little Pink Houses of Hope. I'm a breast cancer survivor and my family and I decided to give back to the cancer community, and so we organized Little Pink Houses of Hope, and we provide beach retreats for breast cancer patients and their families. So they get a free, all expense paid trip to the beach, vacation house that's donated, meals, programs, activities for the kids, and it's really just an opportunity for a family to hit a pause button on cancer.
She was talking about the community and the impact it's going to have in this area, so we really wanted to partner with her and figure out a way that we could do this cause and support it in a way that will be beneficial for both her and us and everyone in the whole community, because this is a community event.
And what a better way to engage the community than through a home football game.
We met with Coach Swepson, and he wants the team wearing pink, so they're going to have shoelaces and wristbands. The cheerleaders will have pink pom-poms. Our staff's going to be wearing some pink shirts. So everybody from the top to the bottom has been 100% involved in this, and they want to get involved even more.
But the event went beyond the playing field. The Elon chapter of Zeta Tau Alpha sorority coordinated a pink-themed tailgate that was dedicated to raising breast cancer awareness.
We're setting up a huge tailgate. There is face painting, food. There'll just be brochures about, breast cancer and like trying to make people more aware. We have a pink car that we decorated. We've made these ribbons. All the girls are wearing their t-shirts today for like PR. And then Elon Athletics is taken care of. They were the ones that ordered the t-shirts. They're the ones providing the pom-poms and the pink bands for the football players. So they took care of all the football aspects. We're taking care of all the tailgate aspects.
So it's not just athletics doing it, it's athletics, the university, the students, it's everybody coming together for a great cause.
Really, I'd love to say we did a lot, but really the Zeta sorority did a tremendous amount, and so did the athletic department. So it's been easy for our organization to just kind of step in and help with the cause, but they've really been doing a lot of the logistical work. So we've been really lucky and really blessed.
The strength of their collaboration ultimately led to a great turnout.
I'm really excited just to see all the pink. Usually when you walk into an Elon football game, it's maroon. Saturday, it'll just be like a sea of pink.
I think anytime you have an event like this in the community, it's so neat to see the tremendous output and kind of the ripple effect that you see throughout the day of people getting excited and participating, and to see all the students. I drove through campus yesterday and they pre-sold t-shirts, and I about cried seeing all the kids in the pink t-shirts. Just going from the idea of something that was an idea in Starbucks 6 months ago to today. So it really warms my heart to see it all coming together.
Live the Maroon life with men's basketball as they take on Navy December 3rd at 2 p.m. For more information or to purchase tickets, head to elonphoenix.com.
What is living the Maroon life? It's more than just the hustle and the sweat. It's more than just the pain and the frustration. It's more than just the triumph and the glory. The Maroon life is you. Yes, you. You, the athlete, striving to be at your best day in and day out. You, the alumni who have been in the stands supporting Elon for years. You, the fans who stream into games hours before kickoff. And you, the little ones who will be the next generation of Phoenix fans. You are what drives Elon Athletics, and you are the reason we do what we do. There is so much history and tradition behind our Maroon. Conference titles, All-American, and national championships. But there is so much history and tradition yet to be made. So join us. Live the Maroon life.
An Elon education is about preparing students for a life of global citizenship. Of course, this is a place where you're going to come and earn a degree, but it's also a place that's going to get you to think very deeply about how you're going to use that degree to make the world a better place.
You're watching the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2. We'll be right back.
Catch the Phoenix in action as women's basketball takes on Chattanooga December 3rd at 7 p.m. Stay up to date on all things Elon Athletics by logging on to elonphoenix.com or by following us on Facebook and Twitter.
While all college athletes must be committed to their studies, not everyone gets to present their research results to Congress, as one Elon athlete did.
Your research and your accuracy, precision, everything's kind of professionalism is all on the line.
A 10% acceptance rate. These were the odds facing Drew Gardner, a senior midfielder for Elon's men's soccer team. Gardner applied to present his findings about concussions at a conference held in Washington, D.C. this past spring called Posters on the Hill, and he was accepted.
I'm an exercise science major, and pretty much I heard about the SURE program, Summer Undergraduate Research Experience, and I heard you get to stay around Elon, you get to do research, work one-on-one with a faculty mentor, so that's what kind of prompted me to get involved in research.
Gardner worked closely with Dr. Eric Hall, a professor of exercise science, to decide what he wanted to do his study about.
The official title is The Influence of Concussion on Cognitive Function in Student Athletes. And pretty much what that means is we're looking at how the brain functions after a concussion.
I figured it was a great topic for him because him being a student athlete, he could relate to that. And also after talking with him, he told me he had had a couple concussions, and he was really curious as far as what that impact might be for him and for others who are in sports.
The goal of Posters on the Hill was for the students to invite their local congressman to observe the research. Gardner contacted Richard Burr and Howard Coble.
And unfortunately, they were all busy, but they sent representatives. So we had some faculty in there, and it was very cool to be able to talk to them and see kind of how politics influences research.
For his study, Gardner focused on concussions in football, men's soccer, and women's soccer players because those are the sports where concussions are most prevalent. Dr. Hall helped to obtain the statistics needed.
Dr. Hall serves as a moderator between athletics and academics, so he has a very influential role in this project. And he talked to the physician, he talked to the athletic training staff, kind of got everyone on the same page. And from there, it fell on my shoulders, and then a guy who joined me, Mark Sunman, and we've taken on the responsibility of getting the student athletes in. So obviously it works well. I'm on the soccer team. I can just go up to my buddies and say, can you come into my study? And we go from there.
Stay with them, stay with them.
We have some preliminary results, and they're suggesting that there are some verbal memories in some cases, and then also some visual memory issues.
But Gardner says that those results will not affect the way that he attacks the ball.
When you're in the game, you're kind of focused and you're intense, and it's kind of one thing on your mind, and it's to win the ball or to go into the tackle and not really think about anything else. So I try to put everything else behind and out of my mind.
Gardner also presented his findings to the meeting of the American College of Sports Medicine in Denver after being accepted to the very competitive conference. He has big plans for his future in the field of medicine.
Planning to apply for medical schools, not this term, but the next term. And I can continue my research. I'll have a gap year, so I can either continue my research or find work somewhere, maybe as an ENT, maybe elsewhere, and really go from there.
The start of a new season can be as exciting as it is daunting. For the coaches and athletes, starting off on a strong foot is not essential, but can help build a momentum to last for many games to come. Last year, the Elon men's basketball team went 14-17, capping it off with a respectable run in the Southern Conference tournament. This year, though, the team has even bigger goals in mind.
On March the 8th, we met in the locker room, and that was 2 days after we lost in the Southern Conference tournament last year, and it was the day of the championship game. And we decided on that day that we would go on a 12-month mission. And in the mission, we wanted to be the absolute best we could be 12 months from that day to give us the best chance to be successful in this season's Southern Conference tournament.
But after graduating key players like Chris Long and Scott Grable and returning lone senior Drew Spradlin, the team is looking towards its young talent to step up this year.
In order for this team to be as good as we can be, we need our junior class to step up. We need Roger Duga, we need Brett Irvin, Josh Bonney to step up and John Moody to step up. We also will rely heavily on our sophomore class, which gained a lot of experience as freshmen, but they're all in new roles. They're now experienced players. They're now players that we rely on heavily for minutes, but they need to take leadership responsibility.
What the young roster may lack in experience, it makes up for in skill. The Phoenix sport a high-octane, upbeat style of play that leads to a lot of excitement on the court.
We got a lot of athletes on the team that can run the floor and, you know, some great shooters and some good inside presence too. And I'm very excited for this season because, you know, we got some great talent and, you know, we can do some good things this year.
We're a lot of fun to watch. We're a lot of fun to watch for many reasons. First of all, we got great guys on our team. And what we want to bring here to Elon are Elon men. Guys that you can look up to, guys that kids in the community will say, wow, I'd like to be Jack Eisenberger someday. I'd like to be just like Drew Spradlin someday. And then it's a lot of fun to watch us too because we love to shoot the three. We love to play an up-tempo style of play. And what we want to be our strength is team defense. It's been a weakness in the last couple of years, at least consistently being good defensively. It's something we've worked quite a bit on, and we want to be a tough, hard-nosed defensive team that has a lot of fun in the open court.
It was with a defensive mentality that the team prepared for its home opener against SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Well, it's awful quiet in the alumni gym right now, but you know, the South Carolina game brings with it quite a bit of excitement, and the build-up for our home opener has been really good for our program.
I expect it to be packed. You know, when the crowd's into the game, that's kind of like a six-man for us. You know, that helps a lot.
You walk through town, you spend any time in this community, and people are pointing to the start of basketball season. And that's new for our program. That's exciting for our program. This place will be extraordinary with the way the students are going to fall all over the court and the way the fans are going to pack in and hang from the rafters, and that's what we want it to be all the time. We want a basketball game on this campus, in this community, to be a great event, and certainly our home opener seems like it's going to be a great event.
And it was nothing short of that, as the Phoenix topped the Gamecocks 58-53 in front of a packed house on opening night.
Here we go. Let's go. Phoenix on 3, 1, 2, 3. Phoenix.
Come out and have fun with us. Come out and enjoy this type of basketball. Come out and enjoy the opportunity to be real close to these guys, to get to know these guys, and then to pull for these guys. And then the other thing is, when you do come out, when we're going through tough times, reach out and pick us up, encourage us, and keep us pointed in the right direction. Because together we're going to do very, very good things here at Elon.
Well, that's our show for today. If you missed anything or want to watch the fall 2011 Best of Elon Phoenix Weekly pieces again, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Also, be sure to visit elonphoenix.com, your #1 source for all the maroon and gold buzz.
On behalf of our producers and crew here at the show, we thank you for watching the show. Though this was our last episode of the year, the Elon Phoenix Weekly will return with brand new shows in the spring.
Also, be sure to like the Elon Phoenix Weekly on Facebook for updates on the show and more.
The spring may be far away, but we hope you'll tune in to the show once again. Until next time, Phoenix Fanatics, I'm Greg Kozetsky.
And I'm Tabby Border. Have a fantastic weekend.